In the Arab world, a cohort of royal women, sheikhs, queens, and princesses, wield influence that often surpasses that of many heads of state, without actively seeking public fame. These are figures who shape cultures, direct billions, and navigate lives of immense privilege, often behind the discreet veil of palace life. Some spearhead global charities that subtly mold policy, while others meticulously build empires founded on art, education, or quiet diplomacy. A few, after periods of public prominence, withdraw from view, leaving legacies that can outlast governments. They are not merely consorts or peripheral figures. They are strategists, reformers, and cultural architects, actively steering the future and redefining the paradigms of power within the Arab world. This exploration delves into their lives, examining the choices they make, driven by loyalty, love, or ambition, within societies rich in tradition and often shrouded in secrecy, offering a glimpse into realities they may prefer remain unseen. Sheikha Moza bint Nasserin, a kingdom built on vast gas revenues and steeped in tradition. Sheikha Moza bint Nasser of Qatar notably redefined the parameters of royal influence. More than a ceremonial figure, she emerged as a key architect of Qatar's global identity and a formidable proponent of education and reform. Married to Sheikh Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, the former emir of Qatar, Sheikha Moza ascended in prominence, as her husband steered Qatar's transformation from a quiet peninsula into a significant global player. Unconventionally, she stepped directly into the public sphere, shaping not only domestic policy but also international perceptions. Her position as chairperson of the Qatar Foundation granted her direct access to the nation's vast wealth, estimated at over $335 billion. Under her guidance, the foundation has invested billions into science, research, and education, establishing the gleaming campuses of Education City and fostering global partnerships with Ivy League institutions, thereby positioning Qatar as a regional academic nucleus. Her influence also extended to media, contributing to the launch of Al Jazeera, a move that provided Qatar with a sharp voice in global discourse. Fashion magazines have lauded her as one of the most elegant women in the world, frequently appearing on best-dressed lists at international galas. Yet her true legacy is far deeper than couture. She has redefined what a royal wife can be in a conservative society: visible, powerful, and intellectually engaged. Through her style, diplomacy, and strategic role in reshaping education across the Arab world, Sheikha Moza has proved that influence isn't about visibility alone, it's about vision, of which she possesses an abundance. Princess Haya bint Hussein, certain escapes from convention etch themselves into history, and Princess Haya bint Hussein's was one such event. Her story is unlike any other. Born to Jordan's much-loved King Hussein and Queen Aliyah, Haya was royal by blood, but swiftly cultivated her own identity through sports, diplomacy, and activism. Her early years were characterized by elite education, equestrian competitions, and United Nations appearances, seemingly destining her for a tranquil life of service and tradition. However, her marriage to Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of Dubai, significantly altered the trajectory of her life. For years, she impeccably played the role of the glamorous royal wife, attending royal events, representing the UAE internationally, and promoting humanitarian causes. A skilled equestrian, she even competed in the Olympics, representing Jordan. But behind this polished facade, a darker reality was reportedly unfolding. In 2019, she stunned the world by fleeing Dubai with her 2 children and seeking asylum in the United Kingdom. In subsequent court proceedings, she revealed allegations of threats, surveillance, and fear for her safety. The divorce settlement exceeded $700 million, but the human cost was immeasurable. What rendered Princess Haya's story so potent wasn't merely the headlines or the escape. It was the fortitude required to confront one of the region's most powerful men and persevere. She emerged not as a victim, but as a symbol of courage, dignity, and the inherent complexities of royal life behind the opulent, tradition-bound doors. Queen Rania of Jordan. Queen Rania is often regarded as the modern face of Arab royalty. Born in Kuwait to Palestinian parents and educated in business, she was not born into a royal lineage. She met Prince Abdullah of Jordan at a dinner party, and their subsequent union became a celebrated story. When he ascended the throne in 1999, Queen Rania was just 28 years old. Since then, she has redefined the role of a queen, not only in Jordan, but on the global stage. She is best known for her outspoken advocacy in areas such as education, youth empowerment, digital literacy, and women's rights. Unlike many royal wives who remain shielded by tradition, Queen Rania utilizes social media, TED Talks, and interviews to engage directly with the world. Her fashion sense is impeccable, earning her praise from international media, but her focus extends far beyond image. She launched initiatives like the Queen Rania Foundation for Education and Development, as well as multiple literacy and teacher training programs that benefit communities across the Arab world. Although her personal net worth is private, the Hashemite royal family has been linked to millions in offshore accounts, as revealed by leaks like the Panama Papers. Nevertheless, her support base remains strong, especially among younger Jordanians and Arab reformists, who see her as a bold modern role model. To many, Queen Rania is more than a queen. She is a bridge between East and West, tradition and change, privilege and responsibility. Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum Al Maktoum, every empire, has its unseen architects, and Sheikha Hind bint Maktoum Al Maktoum operates from a position of quiet authority. Unlike her more publicly visible counterparts, as the senior wife of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, she occupies a central yet understated role within the royal family. Married since 1979, she is the mother of 12 of his children, including the Crown Prince of Dubai, Sheikh Hamdan. She resides in Zabil Palace, one of the most luxurious and secretive royal residences in the Gulf. While she rarely appears in public or speaks to the press, her influence within the family and the city-state is considered significant. Her philanthropic work encompasses numerous health and humanitarian programs across the UAE, often conducted in her name, but seldom under the direct spotlight. Whether funding hospitals, building schools, or organizing social support systems for low-income families, Sheikha Hind's reach is widespread. She embodies traditional Emirati values of discretion, modesty, and service. Yet those who operate within Dubai's ruling circles recognize her as a key figure behind many of the Emirates' long-term strategies. Her silence is not an absence of influence. It is power wielded without fanfare. 6. Sheikha Al-Mayasa bint Hamad. Al-Thani cultural revolutions are not always vociferous. Sometimes they are meticulously curated, gallery by gallery, masterpiece by masterpiece. Sheikha Al-Mayasa may not be the emir's wife, but as the sister of Qatar's ruler and head of Qatar Museums, she commands cultural assets valued in the billions. Born into Qatar's ruling Al-Thani family, she quickly embraced a role uncommon for women in Gulf royalty, that of a global art mogul. As chairperson of Qatar Museums, she has been responsible for the country's dramatic expansion into the art world, curating collections that rival the greatest in Europe. Under her leadership, Qatar purchased some of the world's most expensive artworks, such as Cézanne's Card Players for a reported $250 million and Gauguin's When Will You Marry for nearly $300 million. These were not mere vanity acquisitions. They were strategic investments designed to elevate Qatar's image as a cultural capital, and they succeeded. Museums like the National Museum of Qatar and the Museum of Islamic Art are now recognized globally, featuring designs from architectural legends like Jean Nouvel and I.M. Pei. Behind the opulent gates of their palaces reside astute minds that shape futures through diplomacy, philanthropy, and visionary initiatives. Their lives, often perceived as untouchable, are a testament not merely to privilege, but to the significant roles they have forged for themselves within intricate systems of tradition and power. Reflecting on these diverse narratives, one might consider which story resonated most profoundly. We invite you to consider these portrayals and the impactful, often understated roles these women play. Your engagement with these accounts of modern royalty is valued as we continue to explore such compelling stories.